For the final season in 2K25, I got the best 5 builds you can make for Season 8 that you can take to Season 8 and go absolutely crazy. These are the 5 builds that I would recommend in-game to play from now all the way to 2K26 and to have the most fun you can have. This is the 5 that I would recommend. Timestamps will be in the description. Let's get straight to it. We're 7 foot, 225 weight. 7-foot wingspan. You already know how these go. We got gameplay in the background so you can watch exactly how good the build is live. Let's start off with finishing. Off rip, we gonna get a 94 standing dunk, and 94 standing gonna give us the ability to cap break it. Now when you upgrade in this game, you're able to get cap breakers, and when you hit level 4 you get cap breakers. So I'm gonna use 5. I have 11, so I'm just gonna use my 11 as example. So you can use more if you have more, or you use less if you have less. So standing dunk, I'm going 94, okay? 94 standing dunk gonna give me a 99 standing dunk. We have masher. Driving dunk, we going 87. This gonna give you the ability to do contact dunks. Also, like driving contact dunks. Layup, we get him a good layup too. You gonna have a 90 layup. So we're gonna be able to finish with layups also with physical finisher. So you're gonna have physical finisher also. And we're gonna get his brother post. 67 posts is good enough to get off a lot of good post moves. All right, just basic posts. We're really more of a dunking build. So off rip, the finishing is the specialty of the build. As you see, build gonna go crazy. Next, we're gonna go with shooting because we will be able to shoot. It's not a pure slasher. We're gonna give him an 86 million. Now, if you look like Jordan Barrett, because on Twitch I called him a 7-foot Jordan, basically like a 7-foot Michael Jordan in a way. That's kind of how I look. Because we got a midi, a 3, we dunk, and we can play D. It's kind of like a 7-foot Jordan. So 3-pointer gonna go 74, but because we have such a high midi, we're gonna get good jump shots. So you don't really need a really high 3 ball if you got a high midi. And as for free throw, we're gonna do 81 free throws. What it ends up being, good enough to get the free throw if you get fouled. Okay, it's not meant to be like super crazy, because when I put it super crazy, y'all complain. Next thing we're gonna do a 70 driving layup. I mean ball handle. So we get unpluckable bronze, so you can dribble and get some pro animations. And we're gonna do 60 speed with ball to get Zion dribble style. So we'll be able to, have some decent dribbling. Decent, not good. Decent, good enough. Pass accuracy, we're gonna do 75, just the bare minimum to get break starter silver. So you'll be able to pass up the court. Not the best again passing, but good enough. All right, good enough to get it off. The next thing we're gonna do steal. 60, okay. Perimeter 62. You'll see why it's an assume, because we get movement forcer. Interior D 74. 74 is gonna give us paint patroller, and then block 88. Doing 88 block, so you can cap break this if you want to. Also, if you're a veteran too, you can cap break it to 93 and make it really high. It also gives you high flyer denier like gold. So that's one thing about that. Offensive rebound, we're gonna do 80. Offensive rebound, okay. And I end up cap breaking this +5. Now you don't need to cap break this +5, but I was getting triple double, as you're gonna see in the background, with just an 80 offensive rebound. Literally that's all I had, and I was getting 16, 17 rebounds. Really, because I got a high vert, as you about to see in a second. But yeah, the 62 is gonna give you a movement force and all that. Now for the final category, speed, 74 speed. Okay, that's the max we can go. We're tall, so we don't really have to be that fast. 62 agility. Strength going all the way to 83. What's it gonna give us? Gold physical finisher, post lockdown, post powerhouse, and movement force of bronze. Brick wall silver, box out V silver. Okay, and vert, we're going 85 vert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we jumping out the gym. Now we got a crazy vert. We got aerial wizard, we got rise up, and we got high flyer denier, so we can jump around, and you'll have a really good vert, man. You'll have a really solid vert, be able to jump all over the court and do what you want. For takeovers, in the gameplay you're seeing, I use glass gunner. Now, is that the best take for this? You can use it. I used it for mine. And in order to get glass gunner, you have to do +1 on the 3 ball. So I end up doing +1 on the 3 ball to get glass gunner. So that is how, if you want glass gunner like me, I did +1 on the 3-point. That's how I got it to glass gunner. So I use glass gunner because it's a good compliment. Since we're such a high dunking build, it kind of covers our weakness of rebound and shooting. So it kind of makes us a well-rounded build. So I probably, honestly, would probably go glass gunner take. I ain't gonna lie, I probably go glass gunner take with this build. You could also probably get, you know, something else better if you like. But me personally, I think glass gunner probably the best. Now you do it right, you're gonna get shades of Chris Webber, Anthony Davis, and Madal Bazooki. Okay, Madal Bazooki, and then we're gonna get. I know he look like Jordan, don't he? Ha! Inside the Arc Thread, a terrible name, but it don't really matter because the build code. First one I made is more of a complete version. All right, so standard up, what we doing? We take that boy to 90. All right, control, we can go to 79. All right, bow. All right, so what we gonna get at 79? You're gonna see shortly after I add the mid range to 89, and then add the 3-pointer to 83. So now you're gonna see we're gonna have to be able to shoot really well with this build. You're gonna have post fade phenom, set shot specialist. And then we got the 79 just to get it off. You know what I'm saying? Just to get off what we need to get off. That's fine. All right. Next thing we're going to do is going to do pass accuracy to 94. You hear that? A glue, bow. 94 is going to give us Hall of Fame break starter, looks like, and Hall of Fame dimer. Why not? Now we're automatically triple double threat on our Wimby Brook build. Okay, we doing both. We doing it all. Don't tell me it's gonna be my new build. I'll do it. Block, we're gonna do 84. Okay, we're gonna do 84 block. It's gonna give us paint patroller, which we're so tall we should be okay. Our interior D, we're gonna do 82 because why not? Why not? So we can get, you know, post lockdown once we add some strength. All right, so let's add the strength. The weakness build will be strength. We're gonna have an 87 strength. We're going to have speed. We're going to have a 52. We're not that fast. We're going to make the rest agility. Why not? Vert, we're going to max the vert as high as we can do, 70. A lot of y'all going to be like, oh, 70 vert, but he's 7'3", buddy. He's taller than everyone he's going to go against. Why not? Next thing we want to do is 92 with the option, with the play read option to give it 96. Okay, that's the point. We're going to give it 96 with cap breakers plus 4. All right. For offensive rebound, I'm gonna do 86 offensive rebound. Why not? It just helps you get rebounds in both ways, in both facets of the game. All right. And the next thing we'll do, we got free throw. We can put up his free throw. Why not? We got extra. So, and then it had this maxed out. And then the rest, it was just like trivial stats, like stuff that didn't really matter. Like I lowered the driving layup, and then the rest just don't really matter. I mean, you could raise this stuff, but you're not really gonna get much out of it. So I chose not to raise these. So the actual thing that I would recommend, the actual build that I use, the final build, you do the shades and all those goodies. You'll get shades of Sabonis, Jokic, and Brook Lopez. Did I say Jokic? Joel Embiid and Brook Lopez. And you're gonna get a two-way three-level playmaker thought name. That's a thought name. The first version, it's a 6'2" guard, 181 pounds with a 6'6" wingspan. All right, let's get straight into it. So one of the first things we're going to do is the finishing, because we want to be able to dunk the ball. It's going to be an all-around build. So I'm going to give him an 89 driving dunk to give him the ability to go contact dunk. And we're going to partner that up with an 80 layup. The 80 layup is going to give him the ability to hit layups as well. And if you want to cap breaker, you can. But this build not even going to have too many cap breakers needed. You know, I don't ever do the veteran and the legend. I don't do the veteran 2 and legend 2 because most people are not that. I just do starter with the season rewards ones. You know what I'm saying? About 8 to 9 cap breakers. All right. So for 3-point shot, we're gonna do an 89 3-point shot to partner up with the dunk, so you have a multi-threat option. And on top of that, if you +5 this, which I recommend, you will get a 94 3-pointer, which will give you gold limitless and gold mini marksman. You see right here, we go up there, you're gonna get it. But instead, we're gonna do 89 so we can cap break it. It's gonna save us some points. That's why we doing. And even if you didn't cap break it, you still can shoot the 3 with 89. Even if you chose to leave it alone. Okay. All right. For free throw, we'll be doing 87. Now I know a lot of y'all hate when I do high free throw, but honestly, it's just what I just like high free throw. Better yet, I'll even put it down and I'll show you later is how cheap it is. Okay, so for ball handle, we're gonna do 93 ball handle, and we're gonna do 91 speed with ball. Now, this is another cap breaker option right here, because if you get 94 speed with ball, I'm gonna show you, you get legend lightning launch. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cap break that, and work our way up, since speed with ball is kind of expensive to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So for pass accuracy, we're going to do 82. That should give us the absolute minimum for gold dimer. And now you'll be able to throw the ball to the teammates and they brick anyway. You know, even though you gave them the ball, they're still going to miss their shots because most people can't shoot in this game. But you can say, I got gold dimer, bro. That's on you. So at least you got that out. You know, that's why I'm looking out for you. And then we got the 93 ball handle. We got the 91 speed with ball. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do a 76 perimeter D. Okay. And it's only turn set. It's really 74. But when I add this steal, it jumps up. Watch this. Once I put it to 96, it goes to 76. And at 96, you're going to be able to have glove and interceptor. The ability to steal the ball is going to make you a defensive threat. You're not going to think you can play defense, but if you're averaging 6 steals a game, that's called defense, sir. Okay? Now, I know y'all like, yo, no, I need 90 perimeter. No, listen, if you're getting steals, you're a defensive player. Okay, it doesn't matter how well you body somebody up. If you're averaging 6-7 steals a game, you're now considered a defensive player. So with a high steal like this, it's very easy to do this. They're not going to expect you to have this crazy high steal. It's going to throw them off. And it's actually your highest stat. Honestly, like base stat. So because it's your highest base stat, I mean, you're a lock almost. You know, that's how I look at it. You're almost like a little lock. All right, so what we're going to do also, we're going to max interior D because it's cheap. It did nothing to the overall really, and it just helps in case you do get babied. They still might miss. They might miss. Keyword might. All right, we got an 89 speed. We're gonna leave that alone, but we're gonna give him an 85 agility so he can play somewhat defense. Strength wise, we give him a 61 strength, and then for vert, give him a 78 vert. 78 vert's gonna give you the ability to do contact dunks and all that. And all those goodies. Now we got a little extra. I guess we can put it on rebound. So now you got rebound chaser as a 6'2". Not saying you're going to get a whole bunch of rebounds, but you have that option. Now this is a scenario where you can throw the free throw on and just be an extra good free throw player, because there's nowhere else you can really put it that's going to make too much of a difference. You can add it here to do stand and dunk, but you're 6'2". You know, so you can now stand and dunk, and then that's how we got to that point, and I just put it there. You know what I'm saying? Just put it there. Or, you know, and this is how this build. And shades, we got shades of Baron Davis, DeJounte Murray, and Damian Lillard. And we're gonna get, what we're gonna get, man? What we gonna get? We're gonna get a shot creating 3-level threat. Alright, the name is mid, but it doesn't matter because the straight to drive and dunk. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give him contact dunks. So we're gonna give him an 89 contact dunk, or an 89 driving dunk, which will give him contact dunks. Driving layup, what we gonna do? Let's give him a 70, and then we're gonna end up with a close shot of 78, I believe, which gives us flow game. Now you're already gonna have the ability to do contact dunks on drive, so this build is gonna be a fun build to play with. Trust me, it's gonna be real fun, nice, fun build to mess around with at the park or rec or pro-am, whatever one you want to do. Alright, so for standing up, we're gonna do a 72. It's gonna give you a bronze rise up, so you have the ability to dunk. Now we're not putting it high, but it's enough to get dunks off. You know, you still will be able to, you know, get some dunks off. Poke control ends up at 55. Next thing we're doing, we're putting 3-pointer to 80, and we're going to end up cap breaking this. Alright, right here, +3 to the cap breaker, and we'll be able to hit limitless range once we add 3 right here. So we will have the ability to contact dunk and to shoot limitless range 3s, and guess what, to hit middies too, because we're gonna have an 87 mid-range. If you're +2 to it, you're gonna get gold set shot specialist. If you +3 it or 4 it, you're gonna get shifty shooter. So this build is low-key fire without even a bunch of cap break. You don't even need a bunch of cap breakers to really get it off. Cap breaker just takes the build to a whole nother level. But if you just keep it baseline like this, you still should be able to cook and do whatever you got to do. Next thing, we're gonna do speed with ball 68 to get the Zion dribble package. That's all we really need, and you get lightning launch on bronze. The minimum you need. For ball handle, we're gonna do 77 ball handle. It's gonna give you strong handle. And in pass accuracy, I would do higher than 75, but I'm starting to find out passing is terrible, because you do 82, man. You got a diamond for no reason. I ain't gonna lie. Diamond the worst badge in this game. Okay, that's what I've learned. Diamond serve no purpose. People still gonna brick. They still gonna shoot air balls. They still gonna clank. So you know what? 75 is good enough to a point where we're not gonna just be throwing, you know, ducks everywhere. We're actually gonna be able to pass the ball pretty consistently. So I think 75 is a good spot right there. I think that's like the perfect spot, especially for a build like this that don't really need it. Honestly, you probably could go lower, and some people might go lower. You know, you also can go to 71 too, but I did 75 just in case you want to throw a little fast break, you know, off the rebound if you're playing 3 with this build, because you can play the 3 and park with it. We're gonna do perimeter D going to 82. Okay, as you see, when we put 82, we now have challenger silver and on-ball pest, and when we add the strength, we're gonna have more. So steel, we're gonna do 73. It's good enough. Silver interceptor, it's good enough. Tier D, we're gonna do 74. And once we add strength, you're gonna see we're gonna have post lockdown. Block, we're gonna have 84. So yes, you can block the ball. Look how balanced this build is, bro. This build is literally like perfectly balanced. And watch this, I'm gonna throw an 80 rebound on them, and now we got rebounding on him. We got silver rebound chaser now. You see what I'm saying? We throw some strength on him now, all a bunch of badges start popping. Now look at this. Blue, 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 blue. Now we got a bunch of badges. See, now we go back here. We have a move on force of silver also. And then you go to here. Now we have all ball pest, paint patroller, and post lockdown. You know what I'm saying? So you have the ability to shut the post down and to block the shot. So you low-key have everything covered. And what else can we do, Jones? Oh, wait. We also fast. Skloop. We got 80 speed for 6'10". That's pretty good at 6'10". Agility, 73. But don't worry, I got a takeover we're going to put on him. And then don't think he ain't athletic to where he can't jump, because this brother got hops. This brother got hops on top of it. He can jump. He can swat the ball. And if you cap break block, you now have high flyer deny. You see that? 88 plus 4. You don't have to do that. That's an option. That's what we call it, a read option. You know, you ever play football? They have read options. So the rest, we just put on free throw. Why not? And this is the final build, all right? This is the final build. Shades. You're going to get shades of Lamar Odom, Paul George, and Trey Murphy. And I want you to hang around, because I'm going to give you some. I'm going to give you the takeover that I would use with this. That's going to actually take the build to the next level. What name is this going to be? A Swiss Army knife. So you're going to come out as a Swiss Army knife. I ain't going to lie, that's an L name. I do not like that name. Some people like it. They be like, I got a Swiss Army knife, Jones. I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. I'm going to be a shooting guard, 6'4", 224 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan. Pretty athletic size. You can make them burly and make them really big. I believe. Don't quote me on this. I think you can make him burly, or you can at least make him muscular or something, so he don't look like a stick, because you're max weight basically for a shooting guard at this height. So you'll be able to have some size. That's because we also gonna have strength. So watch how we build this. Let's go together. We got some gameplay in the back. Let's do it. For finishing, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give this build a good dunk, a 91 dunk. All right, so we gonna give him the ability to contact dunk. We're gonna give him a 75 driving layup and a 76 close shot. His standard dunk ends up being 45. Post control 35. Now off rip, if you +5 this, you can tell we can be able to get 96 driving dunk, but you can also just +2 it. You'll end up getting gold posterizer. So that's really what it's for, a +2 to get gold posterizer. It's kind of cheap on a build like this, so it actually ain't that invasive to get. So I highly recommend you go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to get contact dunks. So once you see the takeover that I put on it, basically it's gonna be like you having a 99 dunk on top of this crazy lockdown build. One of my favorite lockdown builds in the game. All right, let's go to the shooting. Now for shooting, don't worry, we can shoot the ball. Don't even worry about it. We got an 83 3 ball, which gives you limitless range. Don't worry, we got a jump shot for it at the end of the video. You gotta watch the full video to get the jump shot. All right, for mid range, we're gonna have a 73. We're gonna keep it there, and then we're gonna give him a 90 free throw. I know you mad about that, ain't you? But that was the leftovers. And if you are a park player, lower it. If you're a rec player, 5v5 player, keep it. Simple. You don't have to get mad about it. You either keep it or drop it. Okay? You don't have to do it. This is what I'm doing. Remember that. This is what I'm doing. So now let's go to playmaking. It's already at 81. And honestly, we're going to leave it right there. Next thing we're going to do is put this at 68. Speed with ball is going to be a 75. All right, it has to be 75 because he has high speed. So it all works together. I know you're like, oh, you don't need 75. You can go 68. You could, but the speed's going to make it go up anyway. So that's something we can't really control. All right, let's go to defense. Next thing on defense we're going to do perimeter D 95. And then we're going to do a steal of 94. So we're going to end up cap breaking these two right here to get 99. That's the only true way to get 99 on both stat lines. You have to cap break it to make a playable build. Block, we're going to do 71 block. We're going to keep that interior D the same. And we're going to keep that rebound the same. We end up doing 26 here after we're done and 56. So if you really wanted to, you could +4 the defensive rebound. But honestly, I wouldn't. I'd do this right here. Perimeter, steal. For speed, what we're going to do, make that joint 90. Okay, make the agility gonna be 92, and then we're gonna have strength 85 and vert 80. And with the strength 85, we're gonna be able to get physical fencer, strong handle, Hall of Fame, immovable enforcer gold. Agility is gonna allow you to get all the legend badges. 90 speed is fast enough, especially when you add the slice takeover. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. And then we got a good vert. We can jump. We got an 80 vert. So if you really want to go crazy with the jumping and dunking, you can, because we're athletes. If you do everything right, you're going to get shades of Doug Christie, Derek White, and Lewins Dort. Okay, Lewins Dort. And then the build ain't going to be like a two-way inside-out slasher. All right, it's a weird name. I know. It's like two inside-out slasher. It's still good, though. Don't worry about the name. The name is irrelevant. It's all that matters is that the build work, man. Hopefully you enjoyed these builds, man. Hopefully you liked at least one of them. And if you don't like none of these, I got even more. Click that video right there. There go 5 more you can use. That isn't even these. That's crazy, ain't it? I got a bunch of them. The whole vault.